Admiral Vextar of the Galactic Dominion adjusted his ceremonial armor as the massive dreadnought Eternal Conquest emerged from hyperspace. Before them hung a modest fleet of human vessels, their hulls scarred and patched, engines humming with what appeared to be primitive fusion drives. The sight would have been laughable if not for the intelligence reports. "Sir," Communications Officer Zoelike announced, his voice trembling slightly, "the humans are. They're laughing on all frequencies." Vextar's mandibles clicked in irritation. "Impossible. They face the combined might of 17 star systems. Our weapons could glass their homeworld in minutes." The human fleet consisted of merely 12 ships, none larger than a Dominion frigate. Their design philosophy seemed almost quaint, angular, utilitarian craft that looked more like industrial equipment than warships. Yet intelligence suggested these beings had somehow repelled 3 previous Dominion incursions without losing a single vessel. "Open a channel," Vextar commanded. The view screen flickered to life, revealing a middle-aged human female with graying hair and laugh lines around her eyes. She wore a simple blue uniform devoid of the elaborate insignia that marked proper military hierarchy. Most disturbing of all, she was still chuckling. "Greetings, Admiral," she said, consulting a tablet. "Captain Maria Rodriguez of the UES Reasonable Doubt. I have to say, that's quite an impressive fleet you've brought. Much bigger than the last 3. I am Admiral Vextar of the—" "Oh, we know who you are," Rodriguez interrupted, waving dismissively. "Question is, do you know what you're dealing with here?" Vextar's pride bristled. "You face the inevitable expansion of the Galactic Dominion. Surrender now, and your species will be granted the honor of serving as auxiliary forces." Rodriguez's grin widened. "That's adorable. Tell me, Admiral, what do you know about human engineering philosophy? Your primitive technology speaks for itself." "See, that's where you're wrong." Rodriguez tapped her tablet, and technical schematics appeared on both fleet screens. "What you're looking at isn't primitive technology. It's accessible technology. Every component in our ships can be manufactured, repaired, or replaced by any human settlement with basic industrial capacity." Vextar studied the displayed systems, fusion reactors that belonged in museums, kinetic weapons that predated energy shields, and computational systems that seemed almost deliberately crude. "Your point?" he demanded. "Our point," Rodriguez said, her voice taking on a harder edge, "is that while you've spent millennia perfecting superweapons and exotic technologies, we've spent our time perfecting something far more dangerous: logistics." Before Vextar could respond, his tactical officer gasped. "Sir, hyperspace signatures. Hundreds of them." The space around the Dominion fleet erupted with incoming vessels. Not sleek warships, but cargo haulers, mining vessels, passenger liners, every conceivable type of civilian craft, all bristling with hastily mounted weapons. Within minutes, the Dominion's 17 ships were surrounded by over 300 human vessels. "You see," Rodriguez continued conversationally, "when every ship in your civilization can be converted to a warship in a matter of hours, when every human settlement can manufacture ammunition and spare parts, when your entire species treats warfare like a community engineering project, well, numbers start to matter quite a lot." Vextar's tactical display painted an increasingly grim picture. His advanced weapons could certainly destroy human ships, but for every vessel eliminated, 2 more appeared. His exotic armor could repel their primitive kinetics, but not indefinitely. Most troubling of all, his sophisticated systems required specialized facilities and months of maintenance, while the humans seemed to repair battle damage with spare parts and determination. "Impossible," he whispered. "No civilization could mobilize resources this rapidly." "Admiral," Rodriguez said gently, "you've been thinking like an empire, centralized, hierarchical, efficient. We think like a species. Every human world is a potential shipyard. Every human a potential engineer. Every human settlement a potential fortress." She paused, letting that sink in. "So here's our counteroffer. Withdraw from human space, and we'll pretend this embarrassing little incident never happened. Continue your expansion elsewhere. Trust me, there are easier species to conquer." Vextar looked at his overwhelming tactical disadvantage and made the only logical choice. As the Dominion fleet retreated into hyperspace, he couldn't help but notice that the humans were still chuckling.